What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy, the other is a little lighter. Hello, pioneers, and thank you for joining me. My name is Mattress. And on the last episode, we built this steel beams and steel pipes factory. And on today's episode, we're going to start building the infrastructure we need to build trucks to take this back over to the storage area. Look at that, we already have a nice flow coming in. Let's snag these and go check out what milestones we're dealing with still. Home sweet home. Ah, check it, 14 coupons. We'll spend those after we check on these milestones. Alright, wow, we're already finishing up tiers 3 and 4 quickly. Alright, we just need a few rotors, which are here. Man, those rotors are not filling up very quickly. I really think I should increase production on those.
Milestone reached. Logistics can be improved with a larger storage container, enhanced conveyor belt efficiency.
All right. All right, so we've unlocked advanced steel production. This is going to give us the minor Mark IIs, which, as I explained before, doubles the extraction rate. These are the encased industrial beams, stators, which can be combined with rotors into motors, automated wiring, which is one of our project parts up here that we need to complete phase 2, and heavy modular frames. These are our factories for things like heavy modular frames are gonna get pretty awesome. And we'll be back for hypertubes soon, but first I need to automate these encased industrial beams, but that's for another time. Let's spend some coupons. What have I been whinging about wanting? Everything, right? Okay. Definitely that frame pillar set. And doors. Let's start there. Also, since we're going to be building roads, some of these patterns might be kind of cool. Let's wait. Where's my box? Okay. Okay, let's explore how the tractor and truck stations work. All right, here's a station. It has an input for fuel, and then a pair of inputs and a pair of outputs for materials. If you interact with it, you can see what kind of fuel is inside of it, and you can set it to whether it should be loading or unloading the tractors that park here. It'll also give you some information here, like transfer rate, your maximum transfer rate and your actual transfer rate. And you can name it. Stuff like that. In the hologram, you can see the outlined hitbox, or whatever, the white cube box you can see that it's in. That's kind of the area where it'll pick stuff up. So if we have a tractor, alright, the tractors have a built-in workbench, which is also where you stick in some fuel. That's along the back, and then to drive it you just interact with another part that's not the back, so the sides of the front. We're driving. So there says press F to load cargo. That's if you're doing things manually. What we would eventually do is set these up to automatically drive back and forth. So you can start, I'm hitting Q right here, and I can start recording, and you would drive around to set the path, and then you could turn the path on and basically just have it go back and forth between two truck stations. Yeah, so that's the gist of how they work. So what we need to do right now is work out logistical fuel. And as I mentioned last episode, the coal down here is the coal we're going to use for that. Okay, I want to draw your attention to something new here as well. If you go to the foundations menu, for example, this is the same in the walls and also parts of the architecture like the roof right here. And you look at this drop-down menu right here, you can see it's automatically set to filter to the fix-it foundations. However, you could select it to have concrete or asphalt or anything else you've unlocked in the Awesome Shop, or no filter, and it will show them all. Just for the time being, I'm going to set it as asphalt because that's what I want to build our roads out of. A thought just occurred to me that I think I want the double high foundations before I start on the roads, because I think they have a really nice slope. These ones. They have a nicer slope for making inclines with roads, so. I'm going to get the structural beams and the metal pillars set as well. Just going to get rid of these iron rocks on top of these nodes so I can cover them. I'm not going to utilize these nodes right now. They're both impure, and they're kind of right where I want to build the start of this garage project, so they gotta go. Alright, so I'm currently in the brainstorming process of this. And what I'm envisioning right at the moment is this big input and output ramp right here. And then we'll have parking bays all through this general area eventually. If I'm going to try to truck all the items in. I haven't really used the trucks and tractors a lot. They've had a lot of issues. They can be quite glitchy. But I'm committed this time to trying it, so. Okay, so just to start getting the steel carried back, or excuse me, getting the coal delivered, and then the steel, I'm just going to start with one right here. It's going to unload. And this is going to be for bringing coal back. Alright, so we're going to throw a miner, Mark 1, down on the coal. Build another truck station right here. Alright, we're going to need to run a belt over to the input here. So I'm going to put the splitter down first to make it easy to run into. There. I'm kind of paranoid about falling off the edge, or having the sugar cubes fall off the edge, so let's build some sort of tunnel. Yeah, that's good. Divide this in. We'll have kind of an input and output driving. Who even knows how many sugar cubes we're going to put on this? Maybe we'll only have one, so. Okay, now we're getting a nice steady stream. None's filling up the fuel. Oops, I'm guessing the fuel is all, not drive. Workbench. Yeah, see the fuel's going right into the sugar cube while it's parked here. Which is very cool. Alright, let's drive it. And just so we're in manual mode right now, I can hit F to load the cargo. Alright, now once again, let's start a recording. I really want the whole world to feel alive. Lots of buildings everywhere with lots of moving parts. I love the idea of being able to just stand on top of one of the towers I've built and just watch the trucks make their deliveries and stuff like that. It just seems like a really cool goal to strive for, so. Hit F once again. Just as part of the, I'm not sure if I need to do that for part of the path recording. But now I gotta drive back. We're gonna drive the full loop once, and then we'll set the sugar cube up to automatically do it without a pilot. Kind of take a slightly different circuit just so we can try to avoid as many collisions as possible. Although that could be kind of fun. We'll be able to go back and edit this path a little bit. I'll show you when we're done here after I park. Alright, now let's go. See this pause right here where I got held up? That doesn't really need to be there. We don't want it to pause right there. Delete that node as well. All right, now that I've done a little bit of cleanup on the nodes, I can turn autopilot on. Okay, so I missed the little finish thing. That's my fault. Alright, so I've hit enable autopilot, and there it goes. It's going to load up all that coal, and hopefully drive it over and deposit it. Alright, there it goes. Excellent. Alright, so now what I can do is put this one right here. This is for unloading. This is for unloading the steel. And we're going to be able to fill it with fuel using this coal. So the coal is going to get delivered by that first sugar cube, and then the sugar cube that's going to bring the steel over here will get its fuel at this station, and will unload. I'm going to start recording again, and I'm going to try to make it just drive right over. I realize right now doing this that they're definitely going to collide if we make multiple sugar cubes. I'll have to make... Once I make the roads, it'll be better, because we'll have each side for a single direction, and then should prevent most collisions. I'm loving this already. So cool to see him driving around. Wonder if I can get a station built fast enough before this thing comes and takes its little break. It's exciting. It got loaded up with a little. Alright, that's the one. That's the steel one. And here comes the fuel truck. Yes! This is so thrilling. It's coming alive. Step by step. Well, there. Another successful episode. It was great. I am really digging these trucks. I can't wait to get some more going. Expand this garage. Look at that, it even has a headlight it automatically turns on. Really awesome. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you tuning in. And, you know, if you're enjoying it at all, or you're still watching now, or anything like that, why don't you consider subscribing? It'd really help me out, and I would appreciate it. And until next time, take care. Bye now. Thanks.